Hi everyone. I don't even know where I'm gonna start with this to be honest. But first of all, I'm sorry that I haven't been on the last I've been off the radar the last few weeks. Apart from a video that I uploaded, I think it was either last week or the week before, of me unboxing my Guinness World Record. Can't even remember when I did that, like the world record, like when I unboxed the certificate that I got for it. But sorry, hang on. But I thought I would finally try and get this video out, even though it's 9:30 in the morning right now. Normally I do like 2 hours of editing, get it up, it'll be up at like 1 PM. Reality is, it's probably going to be 5, 6 o'clock before you guys see this, because my concentration is shot, my memory is shot, and quite frankly everything else is just ridiculous. But if you want to know why Vlogmas ended up being cancelled, why I've been off the radar, why I ended up here, there and everywhere, and with all the complications that I now have, if you have been under a rock the last almost a month, I don't even know what flipping day it is. This happened. Yeah. I was rear-ended on the M25. Alex was in the car at the same, with me. And basically, I had to be cut out of my car. And then to top it off, I was in a full spinal immobilization, neck collar, this, that and the other. Horrible, for 58 hours. So nearly 2.5 days. From the crash, from when the paramedics got there after the crash, right up until 4:30. Bear in mind the crash happened at 6:30 on the Wednesday morning. Right up until 4:30 in the afternoon on the Friday, I was in this bleeding neck brace. Some people may have seen some of the photos on Instagram story that I either got people to take for me, or a couple I did manage to do myself with my left hand when my left hand wasn't losing grip and dropping my phone everywhere. But basically, yeah, that happened, and loads of people keep asking me, so what actually happened, this, that and the other, what happened after the crash? Now, it's gonna sound really, really stupid, but pardon me, most of the stuff that's been told from me, most of the stuff about the crash I've been told from Alex and a couple of other people. Basically, in terms of non-flashback, the last thing I remember is slowing down, because the car in front of me was slowing down. The next thing I know, I'm in hospital basically begging them to get Alex. Because they wouldn't let Alex see me for about 45 minutes when we got to St George's, because they had to do so many things. They had to get me scanned, and I think they were also trying to fight with Alex to get him himself checked out. Alex didn't get checked out until I was on the ward, God knows how many hours later. But he also got injured. I'm not going into his injuries and what actually happened, but he's back at work now. So he's literally just gone back to work. So yeah, but we literally yeah, that's basically why Vlogmas got cancelled, why I've been off the radar of YouTube, and why I'm kind of having to rethink everything for the next few weeks in terms of my YouTube content, because my main channel is mainly travel reviews, this, that and the other. I think I'm going to diversify more into lifestyle and things, and do a couple of things there, still do a couple of travel bits where I can, as my recovery progresses and things, but at the moment it's just going to be a pretty much, seeing what I can do there. So if they are really, really weird videos, then I'm sorry that I'm having to diversify my channel a bit more than what I normally would. I've got a couple of ideas for YouTube anyway, so that's cool. And then in terms of the vlog channel, my vlog channel is my day-to-day life. I'm not being funny, and I think it would be pretty pointless of me to start filming, like, yeah, it would be pretty pointless of me to start filming videos of me just laying in bed in pain all day, because that's pretty much what I've been doing right now. I'll go into it in a second, but basically with the vlogs, I've got like a challenge that I really want to film when the pressure and stuff, when I'm feeling a bit better, and I'll explain more about the pressure thing that I'm going on about now in a minute. But because that's not really pacing and taxing on me, and that won't require that much editing, because to be honest, for that challenge I have to leave most of the stuff in anyway. Might have to bleep a few times, because knowing Alex, actually no I won't, because I just have to make sure that Alex isn't in his uniform when he starts swearing his head off in frustration. I should not have done that. But yeah, so in terms of the whole pressure thing and actually what happened and injuries and stuff, so I'm not going to go into the whole flashback thing. You guys can probably guess from that right now, but I will do like a separate video on it when I am like 90% there. So that could be a few months, that could be like a year, I don't know. There's varying things that are going on, but basically the gist of it is that I ended up with like a really, really bad concussion, to the point I have post-concussive syndrome as well. And that wasn't found out about until after I left St George's, because we kind of forgot to mention. So bearing in mind, and before any of you jump on this whole thing of, oh, blah, 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 how can you forget to mention, right? I can't remember any of this happening, and Alex was in complete shock. So before you guys start jumping on the bandwagon of, oh, they should have been told, etc., etc., shut the hell up. But basically, we didn't realise, or, well, Alex didn't remember until a few days after I got back to his, that part of the reason I might have been so ill, this and the other, was because, and it was also probably when the bruising started coming out as well, he remembered I'd smacked my head twice on impact. So I basically went, part of my head got smacked on my steering wheel and part of it got smacked on the B-pillar. And he thinks that's why I had the 3 seizures at the accident, like at the crash site. Which also means I'm not driving for like a year. Joys. And why I've been having complications afterwards. But the biggest thing right now that we've got to focus on is the fact that obviously my concentration's really bad, my memory's not great. I'm having like flashbacks and stuff, but the biggest problem we have right now is I have 2 different types of pain, and it's kind of been getting a little bit better, but it's only because I've been on so much bed rest, increasing my caffeine, and yeah, I mean, I'm starting to get it now just from talking to you guys, because right before I did this, I was laying down. I probably need to lay down again in a minute. But I went back to my doctor's because I was getting a really, really weird kind of headache. So I've got my concussion headache that's constantly there, which is like around here, from like, you know, which makes sense because of where I smashed my head on the B-pillar. But I have another headache at the back of my head, which the only way to get rid of it is to lay down. And even then it doesn't completely go, it goes like 95%, so it becomes more bearable, but it's such an agonising pain. And like, basically, when I sit up, my head feels like it's been pulled into my neck, and I just have this really throbbing pain at the back, and it's all to do with my cerebral or spinal fluid. I can't even remember what it is. It's basically fluid pressure. It's basically caused by a leak. And at the moment, there is a plan in place for it, but we're just, we're following that plan at the moment. Hopefully in the next week, things should start improving with it, but yeah, once that's sorted, that's when I'm going to hopefully do this challenge video with Alex, because it's not too pacing on me, so that'd be one for the vlog. But yeah, my actual blog, I luckily enough had about 4 posts stacked up and banked for if anything happened where I wasn't going to be able to travel for a while. And at the moment, My travel aim is Berlin. Like, if I don't travel before then fine. As long as I go to Berlin in March, then that's the main thing, because I'm not missing ITB for the world. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I'm getting in so much pain, and yeah, I mean, all I can say really is I will try as much as I can during my recovery to obviously keep the videos consistent. I'm really sorry Vlogmas didn't go to plan again. Next, we'll just have to try the next time it comes round to get it to go for plan, which I'm sure it will. Third time lucky, as they say. But yeah, that's the lowdown on that. Basically, I got into a crash, got cut out of my car, have complications, and can't drive for like the next year. So there we go. Anyway, until the next video, when I can finally do stuff, yeah, I will see you guys then. Have a good one.